In the winter of 1974, Michael Jackson's 23-year-old brother Jackie made newspaper headlines when he suddenly married Enid Span. Jackie had married at a birthday party for Hazel Gordy 5 years ago. Earlier. Yeah. Enid attended Beverly Hills High, as did Hazel, and was just 15 when she and Jackie, 3 years her senior, became attracted to her. She got the news about a prenuptial agreement early on. She and Jackie had barely started dating, but the Jackson's attorney, Richard Aarons, heard through the family grapevine that she was interested. He decided to take preventive measures and meet with her, telling her that if she married Jackie, she'd have to sign a perpetual agreement. Let me tell you something, the teenager said to the lawyer. Why marry Jackie Jackson, which I now think will never happen? If signing that marriage license isn't good enough for him, then I don't need him and I don't want him. Aaron was surprised by her audacity. And another thing, she added, I want to talk if I were you because you're the one who's living off of their gravy. I never recalled that she was then totally turned off. When the Jackson family, and then I told my mother what had happened, she was upset. It was all me. It was a mean thing to do to a 15-year-old. After that, me and Jackie didn't hit it off. I thought it had something to do with my conversation with Richard. However, when I finally told him that Richard and I discussed, he got angry and told him, how dare you say that to her? Jackie and 20-year-old Eden were married in a small private ceremony in Jackie's room at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas during another of the family's engagements there. Joseph suspected that Eden had ulterior motives for marrying his son because, especially since, unlike Tito's wife Dee, she would not hmm, she would not sign a perpetual agreement. He also felt that Edna was too outspoken and independent, and that will be a problem. That Joseph forbade Jackie to marry Edna Span only served to motivate his eldest son toward the altar. For Jackie, the fact that he was uniting himself with a woman with whom he presumably would spend the rest of his life seemed less important than the fact that he was defying his father. As a manager, Joseph did his best. As a parent, he was making a mistake with his children by holding in so tightly, and it was one he would pay dearly for in the future. In a way, it was the same mistake Barry Gordy had made with many of his Motown performers, but Joseph was a parent as well as a manager, and he was unable to distinguish between where one role began and the other ended. He treated his children the same way he did his business associates. He negotiated by pounding his fist on the table and yelling louder than anyone else in the room. His behavior was threatening to his wife and daughters and assimilating his sons. Michael said they used to run down the hall and slam their bedroom doors closed when they heard that Joseph was coming home. Jane Fonda recalls.